What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today in our first rebuild challenge of the year, I believe. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I mean, we've really done that many rebuilds in general, but we are going to be doing a 0 overall rebuild. You guys have probably seen these before. You've probably seen one on my channel in the past if you're, not new to the channel, which if you are, maybe you leave a like, maybe subscribe. But speaking of leaving a like and subscribing, maybe check out RBT's channel because I believe he was the one that, created this challenge and popularized it. So definitely check him out. I would imagine he'll do a 0 overall rebuild of this, well, maybe not of this team, but in Madden 22. So definitely check him out if you somehow magically don't know who he is. He's a pretty big franchise guy himself. Well, pretty big at himself, like as if I'm included in that. Relax, pal. But, of course, this is a 0 overall team. We start off with no first-round pick this year or next year, I believe, right? If I'm not mistaken, we don't own our first round or this or next, which obviously makes this a pretty good team. Thank you, whoever, posted this on the next-gen community files. Definitely take a look at it if you guys want to do this yourself. If you're on Xbox Next Gen, thank you for the staff points, EA. I love it. I get it. I wish I could return them, so you would stop telling me about them. Obviously, the team's an overall of 0. That's kind of how these work. As far as like free agents go, I think we're gonna probably limit ourselves to like under 80 overalls, other than maybe like a kicker or a punter for the first couple of seasons, because in real life, what guy like, Devontae Adams is, he's one of the guys that comes up kind of frequently. He's one of the higher overalls. Why would he come here? Like, why would he come here when we have 0 talent? He's just going to ruin his career, ruin his reputation and his stats. We're obviously going to be not getting many big names, so maybe we'll fill in some roster, players with like some 60, 70 overalls. Staff points, thank you. I also should be turning these off, obviously, because, well, maybe not obviously, but it's kind of dumb to have these because it's giving us a boost that we technically don't deserve. If I remember to do that in the future, I will. I usually forget. But I suppose there's not really much we can do. There's no re-signings we need to make. I suppose there's no reason to take a look at the season goal, but I'll do it anyways because it's funny. Dude, just put make it to the Super Bowl on there. Oh, my Lord. Wow, shocker. 32 in rank. 0.3 points per game. Average points allowed per game, 84.2. So you would literally get like the 5th string running back for whatever team was playing against us just because. I mean, it's free points, even at that point. Of course, looking at the stats, we actually got yards, surprisingly, but 25 picks, 0 touchdowns. Running was probably negative, right? Negative 371 from Raheem Mostert. Receiving actually had some numbers. What about those sack totals? Oh, my Lord. Not bad. Of course, though, the linebackers, the tackles, doesn't matter. You still get the 140 tackles with a guy that has 0 speed, 0 tackling, 0 everything. It just doesn't make any sense. Oh, the bucket. The bucket. Hey, the bucket. Of course, look at this. Oh, my God. Look at that pursuit and tackling. Wow. I don't care for the awards. No one cares. I don't care for the staff points. What does this mean? Is this some sort of racism? Or am I actually going to get fired? Relax. Hey, coach, you expected a lot more of you out of the season. The plan is to release... Huh? Give me a chance. You better not. Give me one more year. Give me one more year, buddy. What? Are you effing me in my A? My franchise is done after 1 year. What? Let me in. What the hell is this? I definitely forgot to turn off coach firing. Also, muscular build. I wish. Look at him. Actually, look at him, dude. Actually scary. Bruh. I was so bad that they thought I was a CPU. CPU firing only was on, and I still fired me. We were so bad, they broke the code just to fire me. Oh my God. Did they fire the whole staff? No, they didn't. Sweet. Oh, man. Well, there goes my 100.
So you have 100 staff points.
Thanks, man. I don't anymore after you fired me. So the Super Bowl without us is a Falcon versus Bills Super Bowl, and the Falcons win. As we all know, they obviously have the team to do so. Damn, Brian Flores was fired. The whole damn Dolphins team was fired. They fired the whole ass Dolphins team. Oh, there I am. What up? Re-sign players. In what universe? In what universe will I be doing that? So we have about 130 mil to work with, which is, very favorable. Oh, I see what the guy did. He was like, you know what? These guys have so good of ratings. I'm just going to not. And I'm just going to make George Kittle a free agent. Okay, dude. Okay. I respect it. I would also do the same. It's, it's kind of rough. So realistically, like, what can we do here? There's got to be a quarterback that we can get. Like, Dwayne Haskins would have a shot at the starting job. Josh Rosen's been through a lot in his career, so, I don't know if he would want to, take on the worst of his jobs. We need a quarterback. Ooh, Tyler Huntley. I think we give Tyler Huntley a legitimate shot at the startership if we can't find a rookie. A 4-year deal worth 7.44. What a deal for him. I just want to make sure we're not just, like, screwed, right? Like, I want to start someone new. Christian Wade, if he wasn't so old, dude. Man, he's so cool, but, like, who asked? Bo Scarborough. Guy never gets a chance at the starter job. Here you go. I mean, I think we're picking up some absolute talentful gods. Quez Watkins, you're going to be stealing him from me, Detroit? I don't freaking think so. 6-year, $1 million per year deal. Watch, he still takes the other one, even if there's no guarantees. Why? Hello? What, am I missing something here? What is this? Why do you want him? And why? I get, like, they kind of want to stop with the old man things, but, like, the old man cheesing XP money cheese. I don't even know what I'm saying at this rate. But, like, why are these guys getting such high offers? Like, 2-year, $7 million for a 60 overall 26-year-old? Come on, bruh. Whoa there, buddy. That's a lot of acceptances. That's something. So we got Hunter Bryant. We got Quez Watkins. We got Josh Jackson. Tyler Huntley was not a bad signing there. The Javelin, that was a 6-year, $20 million deal. Oh, my. So we do have some positions filled. Some don't. At least we have, a baseline of some of the positions we can kind of ignore year one because we obviously can't afford everyone. And we have a Heisman-winning receiver, Jonathan Bradshaw, that we will not have a draft pick for even if we wanted him. We got a couple of more, David Long and Voshawn Joseph. Also, Tyler Bass was there. Don't know if he has a contract in real life or not. It's a kicker. It's not a big deal. And Jonathan Bradshaw's actually a cornerback, but who freaking asked? Luke Klug. I feel like you have to make a trade up for this guy, right? Oh, you have to. I'm willing to go to, like, damn, dude, I don't know. Like, do we have to give, wow, we're going to have to give up a lot. I'm going to give up, like, a 4th-round pick. Oh, who's this? He's freaking good, early 4th-rounder. We're going to have to give up, like, a 4th-round pick. Oh. Conflicting interests have just arisen. Go down, SM Hugh Hale. Okay, it was like huge hail. It was a bad joke. I apologize. Bro! We're screwed! I had nowhere near enough time to scout. Are you effing me? Oh, Lord. This is bad. Let me show you my my draft board real quick. Oh, you're welcome, Miami. This is my draft board. Oh, it's not bad, right? Look at this! Look! Oh, no. Oh, God, that's even worse. Bro! Where did he go? Unless he went really high. I had no idea. I was waiting because I was like, okay, all these teams don't need a quarterback, and they still freaking took him. I don't know where he went. I'm going to have to try to find... Oh, Lord, we're ruined. It's over. Mate, I hope that guy's normal dev. I don't know what he is. I just hope it. Do we still take Eric Pearman? If Eric Pearman's still there, we're going to trade up to the Chiefs. This is going to be the biggest sell of all freaking time. But a 4-4-2, you can't be mad with a 4-4-2, right? Screw it. But hey, at least we saved that 4th-round pick. And we don't actually save the 4th-round pick, but I'm going to give it to him next year. Please. Please. We need as many 6th-round picks as we can get, actually. Oh, of course. Just take it. Just take it, damn it. Please be good. I mean, if he's at least in the 70s, even if he's a normal dev, I'm cool with it. Just be in the 70s. He's a mid-second. Is there anyone? Nah, we already traded up. We're just going to take him. Eric Pearman, just be decent. I will take it. Okay, We sold tremendously high. That is way too slow for his 40 time, by the way, but usable. It is what it is. Okay, we're not going to talk about it. This isn't quite a this year pick, but we will take this trade from the high third to the late third to gain a fourth next year, which really argues the question of, maybe we should have given the Chiefs more, or maybe the Raiders should have given less. My left tackle's still there. I don't have a whole lot of players scouted. I think he's the best choice. We need a lineman, I suppose. Emmett Zimmerman's the choice, 21 years old, and that's not a bad pick. 70 overall hidden. I'll take it. Very solid-looking ratings as well. That's not a bad pick. Win. W. We moved to 15, and we gain a 7 this. It's not great, but it's the best offer we had. Kettle does it again. It's a 7 this time. Next year, we move back 7 picks in the 4th now. Look at the Ravens are like, we've got you an offer. I don't think you're to be able to refuse it. Another move back, another 7th round pick. I mean, I suppose the pick is going to be Larry Chamberlain. It looks pretty damn good. See what we can land. 73 overall normal. Pretty damn fast. That's our new number 1. And you know the drill, and we're going to try to get what we can. So we trade 147 this, a 6th, and a 7th next to move to 158 and snag 160, which, if we did the math, says that we come out with giving more, but our picks are next year. So I'd say the trade was actually pretty fair, maybe even in favor of us, technically. The pass rusher's gone? Bro, he was a mid-7th. Really? Oh my. Jermaine Man, this is some bad stuff. Sam Falk, whatever. 6'6 overall normal. We needed a linebacker. We needed like 1, I think. Got it. It's not great, though. About to say, watch that freaking wide receiver go. We obviously focus on like basically one set of positions, but I mean, we had a lot of guys. They just all kind of went early. Devontae Birmingham is our next pick. 69 overall normal. Another fast guy. Our new number 3. Blocking fullback time, 68 overall normal. Not actually bad, though. 67 blocking, decent. As far as our hiddens, we had 1, Emmett Zimmerman. Doesn't matter at all if he's a star, superstar, whatever it is. But nice to see a superstar, right? Star, obviously. So the first quarterback was Madison Peters. Not very fast. Very strong, though. They are moving on from Jalen Hurts, it seems. And the star or better development is superstar, with the quarterback we wanted going at... Did he drop out of... Oh, he went 24, 78 overall. He is normal, but a 78 overall with 96 throw power, dude. Wow, that sucks. But what can you do? What can you do? What about this guy, Matthew Core? Hidden development trait. So, well, here we are. I don't know if the running back was Rashard Hatcher or not. I think it was. But, okay, running back, hidden, obviously. It might have been Tucker. Doubt it. But if it was, hidden, but low overall. Then you have Pippen. I don't know if he was good, but, I mean, it doesn't seem to be. And then maybe it was Dwayne Logan, which, if it was, that is a massive miss. Holy crap, he's insane. Jeez, bro. Star development trait, but still insane. I believe this was the edge rusher, 70 overall. Would have been an okay starting guy, but obviously we didn't miss really that much. But yeah, definitely not the draft I was hoping for. We extended our draft for next year a little bit, but not really, though. We added a bunch of 7s, but that's not really going to do you much. We got an extra 5th for next year. KC? No, wait, no. We didn't add an extra 5th for next year. We lost a 5th and a 6th and added 2 7ths. Yeah, okay. Yikes. Maybe we should have actually traded next year. Oh, thank you. I'll continue to talk, though. Maybe we should have actually traded next year picks for this year, making teams think that our picks are going to be that good, but maybe they wouldn't be. They probably will be, though. They're still going to be top 5 no matter what. All right, here we are with the technical year 1, but it's year 2 roster. It's looking fantastic. A 59 overall team. We did get Preston Williams, a guy that, kind of is not super great for, Madden anymore. He's a 25-year-old normal jump ball kind of guru, or a guy that you can maybe get to be a jump ball guy. Really good traits, except for the fact that he drops passes. As far as everyone else, though, we don't talk about him. It's really just the Pierman, Zimmerman, Birmingham, Chamberlain show. A lot of mins, or ins, man, ain. Man-ain. We have Falk, the rookie, Atkinson. I got it from free agency. The Javelin, 24 years old probably. Yeah, 24. Too late, but maybe not. Realistically, the defense doesn't matter. It's all about what can the quarterback do and maybe the wide receivers. It's basically a waste of a year again. Oh! Bo Scarborough, star dev, 20K, he's a god. Headed to the playoffs, I wonder who we're going to be playing, and we missed? Could you imagine? Pass yards per game were actually okay, 16th, but our points obviously sucked. Let's take a look at our stats and awards. We actually picked up 2 wins this year, which is something. Eric Pierman picks, not bad actually. Touchdowns, meh. Yards, decent. Rushing, Bo Scarborough with no O-line. Did get to star, but they call him Bo Star. Nah, dude. Chamberlain should be star. That's a pretty damn good year, actually. 1,500 yards. Not a bad at all. Let's take a look at blocking. Going to be bad again. Not that bad, though. I've seen worse. I've literally seen worse. Tackling, ironically, we actually pick up some actual overalls that aren't 12, and yet they're nowhere near as good as last year. Didn't change the scheme or anything. Don't remember ever getting Correa, but apparently we did. Tyler Bass, cool. Gillikin, actually decent. Probably not enough touchdowns for Rookie of the Year. If I could actually see it, I accidentally clicked B too many times because it's so bulky. It takes so long. MVP was Christian Metcalf. We're in the NFC. We'll get there. And we do get a okay. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna have star. I don't know if yards are enough, but that would be clutch again. Well, I'm just not gonna answer him then. I'm just not gonna talk, bro. I have the coach firing literally off. Oh my god, this game's so good. Hey, that worked. I didn't have to get fired just because I ignored the owner's request. That works for me. Guys, if you know you're going to get fired, just don't go into the office. Simply put, don't go into your boss's little office or anything like that. Well, in general, you don't want to. You never know when he might corner you and, you have to receive. The Ravens win the Super Bowl over the Cowboys. A little bit more realistic teams, I suppose. And, I mean, players ready to negotiate? I do not care. See you later. We renegotiated with all the players we wanted to. We're now entering year, what is this, 3 technically? Year 3 with, a 63 overall team. Or no, a 63 overall offense. 58 overall team. 150 mil to work with, though. Once again, realistic players only. A guy like Tyreek wouldn't sign here. Terry McLaurin wouldn't sign here. Kareem Rodgers definitely not. Players that are developed, especially guys that haven't had, Super Bowl success probably wouldn't. Like Marquise Brown, maybe. He's got his Super Bowl ring. He just won with the Ravens. I'm going to allow this. This is pretty realistic, He wants to get paid. They aren't willing to pay him. I'm willing to pay him. I'm willing to give him more than that. I'm willing to give him 55. Screw it. This is why he goes to free agency. A 4-year, $55 million deal. That's realistic. He just won a Super Bowl. What else does he have to play for? These are the kind of players we need. We need like 27, 28-year-olds, especially ones that have already won things in their career. Like, I think Charvarius Ward was on the Chiefs team that won the Super Bowl, right? I'd imagine. So, he's already won one, wants financial security, $4.5 million. Unless you're an idiot, I'm sorry, you are an idiot if you lose the money. That should be enough to retire on easily. Like, I don't know how people... Like, I just don't understand how NFL stars blow all their money. I don't get it. Like, within the last, 20 years, if you were someone drafted in the first 2 rounds and you go bankrupt, what are you doing? I don't know, and I do not feel sorry for you. Unless, of course, I suppose if it's addiction. Okay, fair enough. But, if you just buy stupid crap just for no reason, then sorry, buddy. Yannick, I thought the Raiders paid this guy. This is a guy, once again, that I don't know if he's won a Super Bowl, but he seems to just be in it for the playing and the money, right? I mean, kind of. You don't go to the Raiders if you want to win a Super Bowl, right? I suppose. I'm sorry, Raiders fans. We have a Raiders franchise. Don't yell at me. We're going to bring them back to glory, I promise. Maybe. 3-year 11 for BJ Hill. No one's offer on him. We can make some plays, right? We can do things. Ooh, Chamberlain with the dev up. Let's actually take a look at our quarterback. No dev up. Rookie of the Year. He didn't play that well, so I'm not going to force it. But damn, really? All right, so we actually got some really big names in free agency. Once again, we paid a 4-year, $55 million deal for Marquise Brown. I know in usable franchise, Marquise Brown's is an absolute beast. 26 years old, it's a little iffy, but super, super fast. But as far as franchise goes, 83 overall, 26-year-old, yeah, it's great, but it's not some insane, unrealistic signing. We paid him more than any other team would have. BJ Hill is another guy. He's only normal. He's not great. Charvarius Ward, 27, normal development trade, I believe, as well. Knox, backup guard, maybe starting guard if we can't draft someone. Same with Isaiah Wilson, who's actually a little higher overall than I thought. And then Yannick Ngakoue, who I don't know will start. Maybe, I'm not sure. We actually have to see what we need before anything. And by that, I obviously mean what we need the most. We obviously know we need a lot. Pretty much everything. Also, this guy went up in dev. It really matters not at all, but sure, 67 overall star, I'll take it, I guess. So for this draft, there are a lot of decent players. Miami with pick number 1 again because of us. Love it. It makes me feel great. But yeah, there's a really good tight end in here, and tight end's not the easiest position to get without a top 15, 20 pick. So we may try to make a trade up late first. Could literally go pick 19, who knows? So we might just play it by ear, as they say. If he's there around 20, we'll see how much it costs to move up from 33. We might make the play. We'll see. If I was them, I definitely would have declined. But if we are projected 30 or 65, 33 and 65 alone is fair. But adding that extra 5th next year would really help. Of course, that 3rd is next year anyways, but it is what it is. I need to keep that 2nd this year. Probably once again to trade down, ironically enough. But pick 20, this is really tough because you have a lot of choices here. I know that our running back, Scarborough, actually didn't play that badly, but this guy looks like he could be the future. 5'8", 209, decent speed. Kind of fits the Niners a bit. Is that quarterback gone? I think he's gone, right? Okay, so, our quarterback was decent, but there was a really solid-looking quarterback. But, yeah, he's gone. There's a pass rusher, Eric Harrietts. There is another pass rusher, Devin Baker, looks really solid himself. There's a corner, Quan Bush. It's just tight end is really hard to draft these days, and it seems really hard to find one. This is literally the 2nd best tight end, and he's just so slow. I think I'm willing to take the tight end, Doug Schmidt, 21 on top of it. Really good skills, decent speed. He looks like a star or better. I think he's a star, but it's fine. And he's hidden. Okay. If he was normal, that would have been the biggest sell of this entire rebuild. All right, he's not really that fast in general, I will admit, but star development trait or better. I just feel he's star, which now kind of begs the question of if he is only star, is he really worth it? Well, we're past that now, so don't ask the question. Damn, I had a really sick DT there, but he's gone now. I will admit, though, considering the trade-ups we've already done and the fact that we need every position, basically, maybe it is actually a secret blessing in disguise, right? What do we have after this pick? 16? We only have our own 1st or 4th, you know what I mean? I might have to manually trade because we need value here. I cannot get cucked by the AI. Maybe other days, not today. The center looks pretty good. I'm going to take him. I was going to trade down. I can't. Mason Carpenter, the center, 76 overall, hit him. That's a win, baby. Now, there is a very solid-looking wide receiver, but I'm not going to even worry about him, even show you guys him until we get to, middle of the 3rd. And if he is there, we'll debate it. But if I just show you, you're going to want him, and we can't do it, okay? The guy's still there. I have to make the trade up. It's going to cost us a bit, I think, but what do I do? I can't let a guy that good, which would finish our receiving group. Preston Williams is okay. He played all right, but, he just doesn't have the potential, this guy. So let's see if they actually need a wide receiver. I don't really think he holds that much value. I'd hold him at, a 5th if we're lucky. So a 5th and our 4th, maybe? I think the only way to make this fair would be to trade Preston and a 4th-round pick. It's the only way. This guy, really solid-looking player. Big need, but 23. So, the long-term ability. Oh, my Lord. This wide receiver better be good. He better be good. Okay, 77 overall hidden. He is very solid looking. I don't know what his dev is. If it's only star, honestly, nah, he's still pretty good even if he's only star. Man, though, there's some really good players there. Let's go to the 5th round, and, we can't really trade up, though. That's the thing. What can we do? He's still a pretty good player. Let's go for him. I mean, I would assume he was a good player. Nowhere near as athletic as I thought. That was just a bad pick. I knew it was going to be one, but what can you do? Got to take someone. Screw it. Left tackle, Lucas DeMarco. I fall for those giant bodies all the time, and here we are selling. So we landed skill position players, which aren't really even that hard to find. Hopefully their devs are at least decent. Obviously, oh no, we also got a center. To be fair, you know, wasn't a great draft necessarily because we didn't add a ton of talent, but we did add 3 really solid-looking players. Number 87, that's perfectly fine, and he is superstar. That's a huge win. That's a huge win because I was debating it. I was debating my decision-making there. I was like, it's kind of a sell. You know, he's a tight end, yeah, but not insanely great. Star development center, looking like a true center. And then Daryl Irons, who's probably the number 3 technically. Nah, he's probably number 2. He's probably number 2. And ironically enough, I said if he was an X Factor. Okay, so he was absolutely worth it, right? Without a doubt. Number 84, I suppose. Yeah, he had to be the number 2 because I think Chamberlain is already, not as good as this guy no matter what. You know, even if he was just star, he's already not as good. Wow, that guy's insane. That Irons guy. Is that back-to-back rebuilds now with an X-Factor wide receiver? That's not bad. This is the corner I was going to take. Thank you, Jesus, that I skipped on him. Was there anyone else? Here's one of the guys, pass rusher. Another normal. You know, even if one of them was like star. Was this one of them? I would assume this was one of the guys. Probably only going to be star, but, you know, we do need the pass rush help. I'm not mad, though. Obviously, we landed an absolute steal. In the 3rd round, the tight end's a superstar. We did our job. But I do want to see that DT that I passed on. He had to be good. Which one was it? He had to be a high overall. This is him, 100%. Sammy Adams, only normal. But yeah, you can see he's a very good player. Should have been faster than that, too, to be honest. But I would have still loved to have him, obviously. But yeah, it would have been a little bit of a sell. Because once again, at this point, we're trading up a lot of our assets. If we're trading up for players that aren't absolute gods, it's a massive L. See, I'm kind of wondering, do we allow someone like Kyle Fuller? Like, we obviously need the corner help. He's not signed. There's a bunch of guys like that. I think I'm going to allow it. All right, the team's moving up. A 67 overall. You can see a team like the Dolphins. They're not super higher than us at this point. This is what the squad looks like for, what is this, year 3 now? We have Marquise Brown, Chamberlain, Bo Scarborough. I mean, it seems like we have our receivers. We at least have our receivers. Quarterback, the verdict's still out. I do not know if this is going to be our guy. Potential, I don't know. We'll see. Bo Scarborough, definitely look to replace him. Not that he played poorly or anything, but obviously his peak is already pretty much here. We have 2. I did not want this. I'm going to change it. We have 2 hidden development linemen, which is nice, or star development trait linemen, I suppose. The superstar tight end, which is massive. Defense. I don't know, Yannick's going to start. Yeah, I think he will because he's by far the best. I signed some random Demario Ford. Bull rush, high motor. Not a whole lot going on for him. The pool of rookies, not very good. Maybe I'll take a look at the outside pass rush to see if there's anyone for linebacker. Of course, we got Fuller. Black is star, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I mean, we've got a couple of players that are, locked in long-term. A couple of guys that could still, develop. The quarterback, the outside linebacker, Falk. Some guys. But, yeah, we're getting there. We're still, some ways off. It also doesn't help that, once again, we keep trading up, and now our draft picks suck again. We actually get Brandon Hale, who's much better from free agency. Does only have spin move, but obviously decent speed, 72 finesse. Not the worst. Maybe he gets a dev up. You'd never know with these things. He can actually have a chance to develop it. Obviously, the thing is, even if he does, we'll then have to pay him proper money. So, is there really a win in this situation? There's no way that's possible. Of course, you guys probably know by now, if you've been watching our rebuilds or any rebuilds, that the breakouts are a little glitchy, and sometimes they show them up, and they actually give them even if you don't deserve it. Larry Chamberlain had one. 147 yards receiving, 3 rushing. He got it right on the nose to get to superstar. Also, you can see we actually have a couple of wins. Unbelievable. Actually insane. That's crazy. That's actually insane. As we have some receivers. We definitely have some receivers now. Who would have thought when this season, got underway that Marquise Brown would actually be our worst receiver? It's actually insane. Is this the rookie we drafted? I mean, what a salesman. So it's re-sign time. I can't imagine we'd have anyone crazy here. Bo Scarborough, even though we mentioned that we probably should replace him, 3-year 11's not bad, and he may have to start anyway, so it's fair enough. David Long, 73 overall. Voshan, Henry Black. That's not bad backup money. I'm gonna make him a career backup at worst. So a 4-year, $8 million deal, not bad. As far as David Long goes, another guy that, not bad money. So a 3-year 11's pretty fair, even if he has to be a backup. Hunter Bryant, he will be let go. Kyle Fuller, don't even know if we could afford him even if we wanted him. And then Hale, I may give him another couple of years. We'll see. Another year, another wild card game for us, and we face the retirement home. Of course, our overall is decent. It wouldn't be morale. Our morale boost would be nothing. It would be a morale drain. We did win, 3 games on the season, which still probably puts us at the number 1 spot, which is not bad because we have our own pick this year. We won against the Rams at the end. 4 wins. Not bad. Not bad. 4 wins. Once again, does that cuck us, though? That's the real question. I, at this point, still want the number 1 overall pick, obviously. And that did not cuck us. So, okay, we got momentum coming into next season, I suppose. Taking a look at the stats and awards. Did the quarterback do enough? It looks like he did, as his touchdowns suck. But his yards are 5,100. He may have done enough to keep us away from the quarterback pool. It comes down to, though, if there's any insane prospects. Chamberlain, speaking of insane prospects. Wow. Absolutely insane. Marquise Brown, not bad himself. Irons, the number 2. And the number 1 on the slot. Okay, I guess that doesn't work anymore. O-line, once again, I've seen worse. Tackling, we had 4 guys in the 100s. Not bad. Sack totals. Hale had more sacks than Yannick Ngakoue. Oh my. That's not very good. Kicking, punting, not bad. Kick return, punt return, not great. Awards, any awards at all would have been won. Probably wide receiver, I suppose. Best wide receiver. No one else, though. Not even best wide receiver. Wow, that's great news. Love it. Nothing once again, but, it's a 0 overall rebuild. What did we expect? Didn't expect to win it all here. Let's head to Super Bowl, see who wins, and see if we got any dev-ups. The quarterback with yards could have gotten there. I'm not sure if you need touchdowns as well, but the yards should have easily been enough to at least get him to star. And then Chamberlain, maybe an X factor, which is insane to think. 2 wide receiver X factors, and we haven't even gotten past 4 wins. As the winner of the Super Bowl was the Chargers over the Packers. Interesting team. I think we have to draft a new quarterback. Normal development trade. Obviously, Chamberlain, X factor. What a pick he was. These non-first round wide receivers have been pretty damn good for us. Another short route type, though. No dev-ups on offense. Defensively, Falk appears to be the only dev-up, so, not a great season by any means. Or just at all. Any mean at all. It's yikes. But we have money. We're developing into a team that may actually, I would make an argument that, someone in the 80s, maybe even 85 would be willing to come here if it's the right position and the right price. So, we might actually have a chance. So as far as re-signings go, Kyle Fuller, actually not bad. The question is, will he even want to play here for another year? That's the big one. 1 year, 9. Happy to re-sign. 369. Damn girl, fine. Ooh, I don't know, dude. Cody McCoy. You have this 7.1 guy at early second. That's got to be the guy, right? Don't even have to take him early first either. Yeah, there's a lot of quarterbacks this year. I don't know if that many teams need quarterback anymore, so I think we can make the argument that we can get that guy without actually having to pay or use too high of a pick. In my opinion, I think it would be fair because, how many teams need a quarterback at this point? Not many. All these running backs are going to go on the list because, once again, Bo Scarborough has not been good in general, and obviously he's kind of on the older side. Not a bad backup, though. Definitely worth the money for a backup position. And this guy, I think they were talking about he's decent prospect. I don't know if I agree. He doesn't look too good to me. That guy's good, but it's probably not someone I'm willing to risk that high of a pick on. Although I'm really hoping that... Ooh, that's kind of cheese. He's I mean, he is 23, thankfully, so it's not like, you know, the cheesiest cheese in the world, but that guy is just so obviously a god-tier player, it hurts. Let's take a look at those free agents. We have pass rusher kind of under wraps. What the hell is this? A lot of running backs here. Ooh, Jonathan Taylor. We've seen it in the past. Do I want to do it? We've seen it. Running backs going to a really bad team just because they're chasing the money. Not a position that's going to be able to make those bargains too often. CJ Henderson, a guy that wants to join a team that just respects him. There's some names here that I think we can maybe make some arguments about. Of course, Jonathan Taylor wants a 5-year 32. If we want this deal to be real, we're going to have to give him something like 5-year 55. Otherwise, it's just... Well, that actually worked out really well. Otherwise, it's just not fair, right? Like, why would he come here for 5-year 32 when he can get that anywhere? Maybe even more than that. At least this is 10 per at a position that has kind of gotten paid lately, but usually it's a position that gets paid based on being a pure running back that can also catch. You can see here his receiving ability is not very good, but obviously insane for what we're going to want him to do, which is just run. For CJ Henderson to come here, in my opinion, this would be something like a 4-year, $62 million deal, which I don't know if I'm super willing to pay something like that. Yeah, I'm going to pay him. 4-year, $62. This is a bit of money. But let's see if we land any of them. Of course, CJ Henderson will obviously join us. I mean, he'd be an idiot not to accept that kind of money. For our signings, we end up with only 2, but they are massive names and massive contracts. Jonathan Taylor being paid twice this average salary, basically, and then Henderson kind of similar to that. At least what you can pay them for in Madden. Once again, we're not talking about real life. I think the contracts are actually fair. Maybe even argue that Taylor could, in a free, an open market, get paid more than that. So we have pick 1 overall, and we are not taking a player with this selection. I know technically you can make the argument that one of these quarterbacks could be the franchise, which, I mean, I wouldn't even argue that. I do debate, though, that this guy is almost similar to our guy, and if he's not star or better, it's a massive L, but he does look like he has all the potential in the world. I want to go to pick 18. So I'm going to have to get Bo Scarborough back, but they were able to argue that there's a lot of quarterbacks there. We don't need number 1. We can go to number 3 or 4. So we give them pick 1 and 97 with Bo for 15 this, 20 next, and Quitty pay. We are obviously going to get Bo back for free. We're also maybe going to add a 3rd for ourselves. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that, but we'll figure it out. So I tried to do what I could to get as much valuable as possible. I would assume they took one of the quarterbacks. I'm going to wait for the light from God to subside. Are you serious, game? Why is this game the way it is? They just did all of that to grab a DT when their quarterback is 62 overall, Sam Ehlinger. And they have DeForest Buckner and Stewart. Cool, man. You really must have liked that DT. So we obviously should have been absolutely loaded this draft. We didn't. We got to 15, and that was kind of it. We got a 1st round next year. We made another play for a 2nd this year. The quarterback appears to be the only one left, right? He is the only one left. Realistic, take him 15. This isn't like Mac Jones, because this guy's actually, hopefully, going to be actually good. But kind of a similar situation, right? Early 2nd, and oh, no. We literally just drafted the same guy we already have. We literally he's running back? He actually probably would be a sick running back. White running back? How tall is he? 6'2", 214? White running back. Enjoy it. I mean, it kind of seems like the best case scenario is just to move to our 1st pick in the 2nd round and go from there. Although that middle linebacker does look sick. I'm going to go to 24. If the middle linebacker's there, I'm taking him. Screw it, we're going to take him. Marquise Wimbley. Please be hidden. Thank you. 73 overall. That's a win. That's an absolute win. I should have checked his speed, but that is a win. Let's move on to 15 in the 2nd. And realistically, we don't even have that many picks left. This is a little not in our favor, but I suppose I'll take it. It's the best offer we have. Going to move down to 60. Yeah, we'll take him. Screw it. Emmett Lowell, 75 overall. Normal. Not bad, but once again, that speed is rough. Really good hit power. He's tall. Maybe they expect you to play him at sub. Maybe we even do play him at sub, but I would have liked to see a little bit of weight there if he's not going to play linebacker. Well, if he's going to play linebacker anyways. So the glaring best player here and the one we need the most is Matthias Quintana. So I'm going to take him even over the late third guy. 78 overall hidden. I mean, you could tell from a mile away that's how good he was. Sucks he's 23, but you got to imagine he's at least, I wouldn't say at least superstar, but I'd have a lot of high hopes that he would be. We move into pick 8 here, what's Henson? Early 4th. He's also very good, but Antonio Bayless looks like an absolute god. Let's see if he is. He is not. Normal development trait. Another really good player. Starter, just like Lowell. But yeah, a little disappointing. I can't lie. All right, likely the last. Do we have 2 4th rounders this round left? Oh, well, Dexter Henson. I will say the skills are looking a little raw, but very good combine grade and, late first talent grade. We're going to take him. 73 overall. Finally another hidden at least. And yeah, very solid. Really good catching. Jumping obviously sucks, but linebackers usually do suck. And, we do not have an extra 4th. Why did I look like it said 4th? Maybe I'm just going blind. 5th round pick. Could use an ET. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be getting one. Reggie Harris looks like a guy that probably would be worth risking it on. But I don't know if we can really even trade up, even if we wanted to. Yeah, our draft capital just sucked, so I just made a play. Late 6th, though. Late 6th. In a late 2nd talent grade. Could be decent, could be someone decent. 71 overall normal. Not very good, but still number 2 quality. Going to be number 2 for us, obviously. And this might be a bit of a sell because we're probably going to lose pretty much everyone we have left. But yeah, never know. We'll see. Pick 1 in the 6th round. See if we can make a play. Anyone there? And of course, they're all gone. I guess we're going to take Eric Fairley, the 6'4", 209-pounder. Actually, not bad overall. 68 overall. Could actually play outside linebacker as well. Block shedding sucks, but 6'4", 209. We've seen smaller and lighter. Let's trade all this down for next year. We'll have that extra 2nd round pick with the extra 1st round pick. Could be something special. We also got Quitty Pay, which was nice. So not a bad draft at all. Except for that damn quarterback, dude. Overall, it was still a decent draft class. We added extra talent next year as well. We solved the pass rush department majorly. We drafted another hidden development lineman. I mean, we did all right. Would have liked to see the safeties all hidden, but we got some starters, and a lot of them were hidden at least. Not every one of them, but a lot of them. Quintana, this is the guy that has massive potential. Number 99, hidden development trait, 23. If he's an X Factor, that'd be insane. And only star. It's still really good, though, but I was thinking it. I was thinking maybe. Henson was the last hidden, right? I think we sold on all the safeties, and of course the quarterback being the biggest sell, because I just don't even know if we're going to use him. Dexter Henson, he was superstar, which is nice, but yeah, overall it would have been nice to get that quarterback. I don't know how high we would have had to go, though. So number 2 overall was a quarterback. Should have been number 1 overall to the Colts. Not bad at all, but number 2 overall, I mean, a lot of things change if we don't trade down, so got to factor that in. And he has star, so that's not very good. McMillan, please, another bad player. Hidden development trait, fair enough. I would imagine, though, we probably would have taken the other guy because he did look better. So we probably would have taken the other guy, so we would have been stuck with a star anyways. Justin McMillan is also star. I mean, I'm thinking we kind of dodged a bullet. Was there not another quarterback? This was our guy. I think we kind of dodged a bullet, right? Star isn't insane. Our guy is way better considering they're only stars. Maybe the Colts knew. Maybe they, I don't know, they drafted the next Aaron Donald or something. Outside of an X Factor, though, this is the worst draft pick I've ever seen. So let's take a look. And he, well, he is. So, yeah, but, pass rushers don't win you games. I know they say defense wins championships. Nah, not if your quarterback is 62 overall, Sam Ehlinger. I got to be honest with you. I think Pierman is going to be traded. I mean, you look at these ratings, and Pierman barely even looks like the guy that has been starting this whole time. I know the throw power is significantly lower in fairness, but Tony Smith looks like the better choice. Now, if this was a user league, it'd be a little bit harder to decide because A, throw power means a ton when you're actually using them, and B, Tony Smith is lacking pretty bad in that injury toughness department with his stamina as well. But Tony, being the rookie, 2 years younger, almost the exact same ratings already, a better rusher, not by much, but technically a better rusher. I think we're going to trade Pierman off for a decently high second-round pick from some team that, needs a quarterback. Maybe, I don't know, that Colts team. So instead, maybe we trade them just for their first-round pick, I guess. So we trade Pierman, pick 81 projected this year, and a 7th next year for pick 7 projected and a 4th next year. Obviously, when you're trading a quarterback, especially one that's going to be starting, and he's decent and young and developable, you're automatically kind of projecting extra wins. So, yeah, it's pick 7, but we're projecting probably pick 14 to 18 or something, especially a team that actually made it very far, year 1 or 2, I believe, and has some decent receivers around them. So I think it's fair. And obviously, no second-round pick from the Colts, but we got a 3rd off of them instead, which we used to trade, of course. And whatever, as long as we got our value, I don't really care who it comes from. Once again, it's a rebuild. It doesn't really matter what the other teams do. It's more about what we do. But yeah, the rookie Tony Smith, we really need a good year out of him because otherwise it's basically like we started over for nothing. All right, year 4 roster. I mean, we are looking a lot better, right? We have a lot more potential as well, but man, are we still a bit of a low overall. Obviously, our receivers are set. Our running back is set. Our left side of the line is set. We could use a right tackle. We could use a right guard. And then quarterback is still going to be someone to think about, but maybe Tony Smith's the guy. Who knows? Defensively, Falk, okay. Henson, okay. Fairley, okay. David's obviously the backup. Kwity Paye and Quintana are going to be the starters for future. Henderson's the starter for the future. Lowell and Bayless may be starters for the future. I mean, as far as, what we need to actually replace, we might not need to replace anything outside of maybe some free agent pieces, which at this point I would maybe argue that, hey, we can actually get players because we actually are a decent team now. We're among at least a top, 20, maybe 25 team at least. We're not, just by far number 32, dead waste pit of just nothingness. Hey, my dude, Bayless! He wasn't star, but now he is. Only 5k XP, but we will take that dev up early. All right, so we were off to an okay start in the season. We're definitely taking a bit of a step back now. Oh, I see why they were so willing to give Kwity Paye away. It's because they had a Kwity Paye his ass. I'm sorry, that wasn't that bad, actually. But, yeah, I mean, a 5-year 40.5 from a guy that's performing, adequately. His traits aren't even that good. He's actually not super great, I'm going to be honest with you. But obviously better than anything we've had around here. Well, except for Quintana, who we just got. Fuller will need to be replaced. Knox isn't terrible, but obviously far from goated. And Isaiah Wilson can suck my ass for that price. I am sorry, buddy. I'm glad you've turned things around here a little bit, but no. All right, here we are, headed to the playoffs. We may have made them. We may have. We, of course, didn't, but our contract was extended. We've turned things around a little bit. We are 6-11. We started out the year actually really, really good. We just didn't finish like that, unfortunately. Of course, looking at the regular season, we won 3 of the first 4. I was like, uh-oh, have we turned it around? Then you can see we lose a lot of games, win some in between, but I mean, we could be there next year. It kind of depends on what we can spend in free agency. If there's a halfway decent quarterback there, we may just put the money in there. We might just slap him on Sports Illustrated or just rock with the quarterback we currently have. I have not changed the playbook. I'll be honest with you. I did run the Chiefs playbook for offense since the beginning of this thing, the literal start of this till now, and Tony Smith is the only one to actually succeed with it. You can see Jonathan Taylor. The numbers are still trash on the ground, but Jonathan Taylor was able to kind of bust through that scheme a little bit and at least put up some numbers. Chamberlain has been insane. Marquise Brown. Irons is just somehow not the guy. I don't know how, but he just isn't. Blocking. Ooh, not bad. Oh, very nice. Dexter Henson, Rookie of the Year maybe with all those tackles. I don't know. 3 guys with 100 each. Quintana, 9 sacks. Absolutely insane. Kwity Paye with only 6. Of course, Quintana, putting up triple our last year's, well, basically triple the last year's performance. David Long, who's actually a backup now. Surprised he actually put up that many picks. Tyler Bass, please do better. Quez Watkins with a kick return touchdown, my guy. Of course, a very good year for a team that did not make the postseason, without a doubt. Is our guy on the list? He is not Rookie of the Year, though, right? I mean, has to be. Rookie of the Year, Mr. Tony Smith. Very good decision to choose him as the starter. You can see Larry Chamberlain, Okay, fair enough. Marquise Brown, close. And that was pretty much it. But this year, you can definitely make the argument, hey, this is actually a pretty good year for the team. We can actually see improvements. Cardinals in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs, and the Chiefs win. Let's take a look at our dev ups if we had any. Let's take a look at that offense. Dev up on offense. Of course, Smith gets one. Marquise Brown gets a superstar as well. Man, we are balling out with these dev ups. At least the receivers. Marquise Brown, not even really that needed. It really hasn't even been that big of a need or like use for us, but you know, I suppose it's better to have them than not to have them. Receivers are just absolutely insane. Defensively, Quintana, already a superstar, just an absolute god. Makes me want to cry. I suppose under pressure makes the most sense for him, right? He's a pass rusher. And then for the corners, do we have any dev ups? They kind of looked. Oh, Bayless. Oh, Bayless. Goes to superstar development trait. Really good year for Bayless. We obviously knew that was going to be the best of the safeties. And Henderson. We are getting cocked here. Henderson, my dude, you want to level up, or what's the story? This is an overpayment. So we need a linebacker. Safety could be on the board still. DT, which is one of the easier positions to draft, is something we just have missed. We need right tackle. We need right guard. If we even play it safe in free agency and don't even spend that much, we could still shock the world next season. That is literally how good of a come-up we had after last season. And we have so many draft picks. No rush yards, but really good points per game. Obviously the best in the league for pass yardage. Defense just needs to step up a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit of money. $150 million to work with. I would assume most of the 0 overalls are gone by now. Terran Armstead. Ooh, Orlando Brown. It's a lineman. Lineman's big focus isn't necessarily joining a team that's a god-tier team, especially a guy like this who's in his prime, supposedly, for O-line. A 5-year 87 is very fair for him, very fair for us. The question is it enough? I might put a little bit more on this. Just a little bit. Please, I've seen Stephon Tuitt as well. You want to... Stephon Tuitt, you kind of want to maybe be a superstar for me, please? And he's not, so it's a bit of a waste. Is that Jalen Waddle? Why? Why is he a free agent? Cameron Hayward, oh my. We could still grab him as a 1-year DT type. It looks like the Packers and Cowboys are offering a lot of money, but then again, we have a lot of money ourselves. This is one of those guys that probably would rather choose a team that's going to be... Oh, wow, that is not even close. Be one of those teams that is going to be a contender this year, but... I mean, we could still be a contender this year, right? Maybe he wouldn't expect us to be, but... I mean, he's not the worst, right? Not the worst. Trayvon Merrick. Obviously, he's not getting paid as much as he should be. I'm willing to pay him. Screw it, you know? These aren't insane, best in the league, god-tier players. These are decent players, but they're not the best in the league at their positions, so pretty fair. And then Orlando Brown, obviously, we're paying near $20 million per year, which even in real life, you actually probably would get something like that, especially on the open market, but, they're not willing to pay him. I'm willing to pay him. Joel Bitonio, screw it. Put them all on. Of course, Joel's a 1-year guy, but still, we'll take him. We have all the money in the world. I don't care. I just wish tight ends weren't so expensive, especially backups. Like, they kind of just come from anywhere anyways, don't they? Like, why do we always got to pay so much for these backups? Screw it, I'm paying him a $100 million. I need this guy on the team, baby. I want him. And maybe we follow suit with a 1-year deal with the Texans. I feel like the Texans are pulling that as well, right? 70-point offer. Is it more than theirs? It's more than theirs. 1 year is 15. It's a guy that's like kind of on his last legs here. Once again, debatable that he would actually want to join us, but I mean, if no one else is offering, it's either retire or get paid. And there's the choices. Unfortunately, no linebackers. Any safeties that can move to linebacker? Doesn't look like it. Could use our free safety Lowell at linebacker. We'll see. But I think we have those guys set. We just need to see what we can do with these draft picks. Still offensive lineman on the list, because even if we do get Orlando and Joel will be gone. And I don't know who we have to pay at center, left tackle maybe soon. Pick 9, 17, 18, 9, 9, 1, 9. Not bad, actually. With realistically, potentially cornerback being the number 1 position of need, this guy looks insane. I don't think we're going to do any trading up, though. There's a lot of good players. Just take what's there. Don't get too wild. I mean, there's a lot of good corners. Yeah, we're just going to go for one of these guys. Do we maybe even get greedy and take 2 of them? Like, it is kind of one of the biggest needs. I think we might. We might take Pittman and Lane. Pittman and Lane seem to be the 2 guys that I would choose. Hell yeah, I know. I mean, it makes sense, right? Oh, I got an achievement. Big spender. That one is now tied to Orlando Brown, basically. 90-plus overall player. $20 million per year over 5. Trayvon Merrick, what was it, a 4-year, $30 mil, which isn't great, but it's something. Joel Bitonio, 1 for 12, and then Sinclair's just a backup. He doesn't really even deserve to be named with those names. Miami with pick 1 again. I think this time they actually earned it themselves, though, as we do have our own pick. We did better than the worst in the league, which is a massive W. Jose Carmichael obviously looks like an insane player. Parker White looks good, but I think it was Lane we wanted the most. And then Pittman right behind him. Of course, this guy doesn't look bad either. They all look really good. This guy, I mean, maybe. DT, unfortunately, this is really the best choice. We have draft picks and nothing to use them on, basically. There's good players, obviously, but as far as, some of the easy, no close call, no doubt players, there's not as many this year. Release to finish. That's a little dirty. Wait, is it Jose Carmichael still there at 9 and he's an early first? I can't pass on him. I have to take him. I mean, free safety maybe? Actually, we have Trayvon Merrick. Damn it. We'll take one more corner. I don't know, though. I'll probably end up trading back. I want to see Lane. I think Lane's the guy we're going to have to pass on. My mind was telling me Lane, but my body was really? This guy too? Bro, why are all these good players still here? What are they, like, what's happening? Let me trade down. The Ravens trade seems fair, so I'm going to go with this trade. 25 down to the... We get a 2nd-round pick. There was teams that were offering better than that. The Packers offer me a 2nd-round pick next year to move down 2 spots. Dolphins are offering us their 2nd round next year and their 2nd round this year and their 5th round next year. Maybe a little bit too high a value. Not by much, but maybe a little bit. We're going to move to 25, and they take Parker White. I don't know what team's going to take... wow, Terrence Sloan. Not a bad player. This pick, I believe, is going to be the corner if he's there. If he's not, it is what it is. We landed a decent corner, obviously, and Pittman is still there. I still believe this guy is going to be a perfect slot corner. Very fast. He's ours, and he's better than Carmichael, believe it or not. I should have just went with my brain. I should have been like, hey, brain, you've never failed. Well, you haven't failed me too much on the draft. But no, Carmichael, who look, I mean, in fairness, a B+ in zone coverage. Like, that's absolutely nuts. Bill Keller, looking like a guy that is probably guaranteed to lock in our line. Let's see it. 75 overall hit in. Our guy. The new center/guard kind of depends on what our current center or guard combination can do. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. All right, I'm willing to risk it. Dalvin Scott looks really good. 40 times, a little on the slower side, but very good power move. Pursuit's decent. Hit power doesn't matter. Late second, just be hidden. 72 overall hit and calling it. Ooh, that's a bust. I mean, he's obviously usable. He's not the worst player in the world, but that is not what I'm looking for in the slightest, like at all. We have another DT later in like the 5th round. That is not a good pick, though. I don't think anyone's going to argue that one. I'm taking Clyde Battle. Screw it. Hidden, please. Thank you very much. 72 overall. So if we want to, we can leave the draft without drafting another linebacker, which I might. We move up to 70, trading a 3rd and 4th next year. I don't remember if those are the Dolphins' 3rd and 4th or our 3rd and 4th, but yeah, it's a fair trade regardless. This is a guaranteed high 3rd. That 3rd and 4th could literally be in the back end, and that's, a risk that I don't know if I'd be willing to take. And then with this pick, we're going to lock in another lineman. This guy looks insane. Kirk Kilgore, be good. Thank you. 74 overall hidden. And we don't need to start either of them, technically, so I believe we will take a look at both of their devs and see what we can do. But obviously, we're kind of smashing the draft. It's pretty easy, to be fair, so it just comes down to will you get the players that are easy to tell or not. But I will say that DT did throw me for a little bit of a loop. Oop, wrong thing. The DT, Eddie Holiday, the last DT chance, almost exactly unlike the guy we just drafted, but maybe this guy will have hidden. And he's a higher overall. Technically, 88 power move, though. Okay, so obviously better. Will be our new number 2, I believe. I can't remember if we got any DTs. I don't think we did. Damn, that's kind of filthy. 88 power move. And now we're going to take a backup pass rusher. George Arnaud looks decent. I don't know if he'll be good, but we'll see. And he is 70 overall hidden. No chance to start, but, you know, it's a good value pick. We had the pick. Why not? And then that tight end, I mean, you've seen how expensive tight ends are to sign. This guy wouldn't be getting paid that much, and even though we didn't get to see him fully, I think I've seen enough. You know, he looks pretty good. I think we're going to go for him. We're going to give him 129 and 2.6 to move up to 1.0 whatever the hell it was. Chad Webster, I will say the 40 does look trash, but we'll see what he is. And yeah, definitely not worth the trade up at all. Super misleading. I mean, even the catching was only an 82, but whatever. We got our long-term backup tight end, I suppose. And then for the last pick, assuming our fullback's there, I'm actually going to take a late 5th fullback, Kirk Bolton. Looks really talented. I don't think he's a late first talent grade, but he's solid looking. 74 overall rookie fullback. Of course, the fullback we currently have, I believe we need to re-sign, so not a bad time to grab a new one, and absolutely crushed the draft. So Pittman, the cornerback, the new number 3, maybe even the new number 2, hidden development trait, slot guru, could also move up, doesn't need to just be in the slot, is star dev. Got to take a look at Lane. Obviously got to take a look at Lane. Keller, the center, doesn't matter because obviously he won't start. Either will the other center start because we have Joel Bitonio and Orlando. So we might have to replace one of the linemen we currently have. Maybe we have to repay, or we have to pay one of them. Star Dev, no shocker there. DT was not hidden. Clyde Battle will be our new right outside linebacker. And we'll see how good this young man is. Be superstar. Be a god for us. Superstar, baby. Star, unfortunately. I'll take it, though, obviously. And we have another center, Kirk Kilgore. This is the guy that I would expect to be higher dev just because he looked better, but I don't know if that's really something they do or if it's just kind of randomly generated. Development is also star. What else did we have? Arnaud. And then we obviously have to take a look at Lane. Arnaud doesn't matter, but he's a backup. Works out. If he's superstar or better, though, maybe he takes Quiddy Pay's job in the future. I don't know. Number 1, I don't like it. I will not accept it. Number 90 and right end, I suppose. All right, let's see how dumb we were. Lane was the choice I wanted. He was the guy that I thought was going to be the best corner out of all of them. Where the hell is he? Here he is, Javonte Lane. Already looks good with that overall, and technically not. Pretty good overall. I mean, he's a good player, but yeah, I suppose Carmichael is technically the better player. Some really good corners, though. You got to give it to him. Solid corners. Definitely one of the top 3 cornerback classes we've seen so far in Madden 22. I mean, that kind of goes without saying, though, I'd imagine. Top 3 when we've only done like 7. Well, I guess we have done a lot of rebuild. You know, we've done a lot of drafts, just not a lot of rebuilds yet. Gotta say yeah, because we're going to do a ton of them. Yay! I like to see this. All right, we're not looking bad. It seems like we're always facing the Dolphins year like week 1 in preseason, so I always kind of see their overall, and I'm thinking, oh, we're on par, and then I realize that the Dolphins like always have a top 5 pick. They've had number 1 for a while, but obviously that's pretty much been because of us. But I think last year they actually earned number 1, which I don't know how you really earn it. But looking at the offense, this is a very good site. The lowest overall is the quarterback, technically. Technically Wembley, actually, because he has 2+ morale or whatever. 79 overall. Really good season, despite the fact, once again, he was out the gate technically worse than the other quarterback, pure passing-wise, but obviously a little bit better rushing. I mean, they're both pretty much similar, but technically, the throw power, you want that a little bit higher if you're trying to pass, obviously. Everyone else is pretty much set. I mean, the offense looks insane. Defense, there are some things that we can do to improve DT specifically, but outside of DT, maybe a left outside linebacker, and the rest we're kind of just waiting on. We're potentially and should probably be a playoff team. 84 overall? I don't see how that's. It literally says 82, but okay. Is this my first? I think this might be our. This might be our first tandem breakout on defense, an interception bonus goal, or praise him and you get ratings boost. I don't know if that's a long-term boost, but I'd rather have the boost, right? Is it a forever boost, or is it just like a one-time off? 2,500 XP. Get 2+ combined interceptions and pass deflections with Clayton Pittman against the Seahawks to inspire the entire defense. And, okay, never mind. Well, we lost, but did he get his thingy? Nope. I love how, like, sure enough, yeah, he's trying to, like, prove that Henderson's a good player. He was quiet out there. Should he call the game differently? We won 24-6. No, you should not have. You did really well, especially against the Colts. And it was 24-16, so, okay, I mean, it's still a win, but I guess he could have called it differently if he really wanted to. 7-year deal for an X Factor. 7-year, 125. 125 on the nose. Offers perfect, no problem. Good, he's been a god for us. He deserves it. Joel Bitonio, no. Emmett Zimmerman, that is a debatable one, because I will admit we have a lot of linemen already waiting. Once again, finesse. Oh, finesse for a tackle is really good. You gotta keep him. I wouldn't do more than a 4, though. A 4-year 35 is worth it. Like, you gotta keep him if he's a finesse tackle. And then Sam Falk, we could definitely use a new linebacker. It's not terrible money, but he's also not very good, so we'll let him go. This has been quite the turnaround. I will say we did lose a bunch of games in a row, but we obviously make the playoffs. I'll show you guys the Carolina Panthers with probable MVP CMC. I don't really care about that. I just wanted, I just wanted to have that just in case we do win. But this is how the season went down. Show you guys the season. So we lost to the Seahawks, fair enough. Lost to the Cardinals, I guess. Seahawks, I guess. Steelers, probably not. Fair enough. Maybe. So, I mean, we lost to some teams that actually do have some pretty good rosters, so I'm not going to be too mad. We came out with a very good overall, though, without a doubt. As Eric Pearman, I mean, to be fair, Tony Smith did really well, too, but Eric Pearman, you could see, was on the top 3 list over there. But Tony Smith is on the number 1 list. He's a superstar. He's a god. Once again, I didn't change anything. I didn't change any of the schemes, and he's just been balling out. Daryl Irons finally shows up. Chamberlain really good. Schmidt with over 100 catches. This offense is balling. This could already actually be the year. Is this the first year we are actually in the postseason as well? Clyde Battle does well. Henson does well. Who's the other guy with over 100 tackles? Bayless, the god-tier safety. Really disappointed in sacks, though, I will admit. Quintana was awful. What a name, by the way. Quintana. CJ Henderson with 5 interceptions. Bass was good. Quez did not really do that well. Didn't really take all the returns anyways, but really good year for the offense. And no MVP for Tony Smith. Really? Number 4 will take it, but damn, seriously. You say so, man. Best quarterback, at least. Best wide receiver. And that was it. But hey, some pretty good awards. Let's take a look at how our man did play, Eric Pearman. His touchdowns, once again, just like when he was with us, very low. Yeah, Pearman, I mean, I don't know, dude. It's not great, but it's starting caliber, I guess. All I can tell you is I'm glad that he's not on our team anymore, because our guy is better. Our defense sucks, but our offense is absolutely insane. 87 for both sides. I feel like they're a little more balanced, but I also feel like we are just so much better on offense that we should be able to at least put up a lot of points. The problem is our defense may let anybody look good, so we'll see. It'd be nice to win this one at least, even if we don't go any further. It's not looking super great for that to happen. 10-7. There we go. Finally moving on. We need to put up some points because, once again, we have a sick offense. We should be able to easily put up points. Come on! 7 points. We're the best offense in the league, dude. Are you serious? I can't accept that. I can't. I'm forced quitting the game. I can't. I can accept defeat. I just cannot accept a loss that way. I mean, maybe we will lose like that anyways. And there. That's fine. That is fine. I was going to force lose after that game if we did win. I'm fine with that. That is cool. 28-35. I can live with it. You know, both quarterbacks just kind of slinging. Wasn't a pretty game from both teams. I can live with that. Also, what the hell happened to Taylor? Like, why is he sharing with Bo, who, I mean, did do pretty well. I'll give it to him, but that's interesting. I mean, it's a close game. That's what I want to see. It's, you know, both teams are built a little differently, but our team is built in the offensive set. And you're telling me we're going to put up 7 points, barely over 100 passing yards, when we led the league in passing yards per game. 2 in points per game, and we're just going to fall apart against an okay team. They're not that good, though. You know, it's just, I'll take a 35-28 loss. I will not take a 7-point game from this offense. I'm sorry. Especially one where our quarterback wasn't throwing picks. We just weren't doing anything. Like, that just doesn't happen, dude. But look at that defense. Yeah, we actually had to fire our defensive coordinator. He's not bad, though. Like, why is he just, like... Yeah, I suppose our defense isn't quite there yet. We do have a lot of up-and-coming players, and we're in, what, about to be year 6 here? I've never done the Pro Bowl press conference. Let's take a look. Are we the coach or something? Sure, you'd rather be the... What do you get from coaching? Cut loose. I don't want to coach... If you say coach elite talent, that means it's like, oh, so we're not elite talent, coach? See, I'm not dumb. All right? I kind of wanted to choose the other one just to see how, like, what kind of, like, douchebag points I would lose or something. Saints versus the Ravens. The winner of that Super Bowl being the Ravens, who have won, like, 2 now at least. DevUps, we should see one from the quarterback. He was literally number 1 in both. And he is superstar. None for Taylor, who's been okay, but obviously nothing too spectacular. DevUp, 84 overall superstar, just about 85. Closer and inside Deadeye, not bad. Looking at the defensive side of things, Henson was already a superstar. Battle is a superstar. Not really going up in overall that much, though. And Merrig with a dev up. So, I mean, the team's kind of there. The team's kind of there. This is probably our year. This is probably our year. We'll at least win a couple of games if it's not. This is a long rebuild. Leave a like and subscribe. So we have 105 mil still left to work with. I don't know if we have to pay anyone soon. I'd imagine Carpenter is someone we have to pay. Not Irons. I don't actually might have to pay Irons. Yeah, we have to pay Irons, which is a lot of money. Schmidt will have to pay. So that's about, like, if you average, that's probably about 32 mil. 32 mil. It's probably it, though, right? Like, 32 mil. Everyone else is kind of on a rookie deal, so maybe pay a legit DT in free agency, pay a legit left out, maybe. And we're calling it. Calling it God tier elite Super Bowl winning God squad. Marvin Kirkpatrick, cool, man. I kind of want to see how good he is. Like, we don't need him at all, but 5'9", he's okay. Nothing special. Vita Vea, that is a player we want. Necessarily, not necessarily the perfect scheme fit, but he's obviously good enough to make up for whatever misfittery we have. I mean, look at this contract. A 3-year 12 for this? Come on, dude. He's literally like a poor man's Jonathan Taylor, but he actually has superstar. Fletcher Cox, he could go off and grab both, but we don't need him. It'd be nice to get a proper linebacker here, but it doesn't seem like we're going to be able to. O-line is fine. We obviously have 2 6 centers. One of them will move to guard, whoever's the better of the two. No linebacker at all. We're not doing this today. We're not doing a linebacker. Okay, fair enough. This guy actually looks pretty good, but of course he's a power rusher, not actually a coverage guy. Pretty damn good, actually, too. Pretty slow, but good. And there he is! Vita Vea, massive gains. Holy crap. Of course he's 5'9", though. That, besides the 5'9", has to be the best cornerback prospect I've ever seen in Madden. Keon Morris is still there. I should actually check if that middle linebacker is still there, which I imagine he's not. All right, so I don't even know if this is fair. I looked it up, and, we're giving him 57 in value more, but, of course, the third round's next year. So I'd say it's close, and they do accept it, which is kind of the most important thing, I suppose. Draft pick trades aren't as necessarily easy to scam if you're trying to move up. Please just be hidden. Even if you're just star, I'm cool with it. And I will take it. I will absolutely take it. 6'1", 308, 22 years old. I mean, I hate always saying it, but Aaron Donald? is that Aaron Donald? He's a decent player, but kind of like an Ed Oliver-ish player. New left outside linebacker. Be a god for me, baby. 74 overall hidden. 68 block shed. This is some cheese. He's definitely our new left outside linebacker. I will take it. That's a god. That's a god right there. We got a third, fourth, and a third. So third, fourth this, and a third next year from the Browns. I told the Browns they were giving us more than that. Jay Jenkins is there mid-fourth. I mean, we don't need that many safety players. Let's see. Merrig, another 2 or 3 years on the contract. Bayless could need a contract. Very good player, but can you afford everyone? Money's got to be coming a problem soon. Yeah, we'll take Jay Jenkins. He's worth it. 72 overall hit and totally worth it. Definitely not built to play linebacker like our other guy. Block shed's a lot lower, but obviously a win. Hidden, even though safety is one of those positions that's not that hard to get either. Oh well, the most unrealistic draft we've had where we're just not going to have that much players and they're all basically safeties. We got one of our big, well, not one of our, we got our biggest needs filled. So, it could be worse. Defensive tackle, automatic number 2. The guy we already had was actually pretty decent, but, Vita Vea is only a 1-year type guy, and the other guy was only normal, so he's not the greatest player in the world. And Keon is a superstar, so obvious win there. Number 13, I'm sorry, buddy. It's not on my team. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. We're not doing these things. You can have something in the 40s, especially since you're a sub. 45, let's get unoriginal with it. Only star, but we will take that every day of the week. Jay Jenkins, who could play a starting safety role in the future. Going to put him something in the 20s because number 19 is just disgusting stuff. It really is. 21, why not? Star dev as well. Win. And of course, we cannot forget that corner. I would imagine this is the guy, Jamarcus Williams, with actually really lacking man and zone coverage, assuming this is the guy. 21 years old, 5'9". He's got to be an X Factor. If he's not an X Factor, that went from the best cornerback prospect to just a disappointment. Wow. That is really sad. Unless this was the guy, it wasn't him. I mean, depending on what this guy's dev is, you can maybe make the argument that he's better just because he's taller, I guess, but what a disaster. And he's an X Factor. That is so disappointing. Could you imagine a user league, how much crap you'd get for that, even though it's not your fault? All right, so I believe we have our year 6 roster now, I believe it is. 84 overall quarterback who is basically the best in the league at this point, it seems, right? Like, he's really good. He had the number 1 yards and touchdowns. Picks weren't even that high. Super speed demon. I think he even got a speed upgrade at some point. I don't know when, but obviously at some point down the line. I don't know where, but somewhere. As far as the receivers, best in the league. Easily best in the league. I mean, we got 2 92s that are X Factors that are in their prime. And then, of course, Marquise Brown is dropping a bit. Actually, did he regress or he's just not going up? Really? He's regressing at 29 years old and superstar. That's a little harsh, but okay. Tight end solid. O-line's insane. Linebackers are insane. Safeties are insane. D-line's insane. Really, our biggest lacking is cornerback. It's negotiation time. Irons is one of the guys who need to negotiate. How good is he? He's very, very, very good. Jumping obviously sucks, which makes no sense for a 6'3" guy, but it is what it is. I'm not going to go much higher than a 6. I think a 6 year is fine. Mason Carpenter, one of the best centers in the entire league. Let's actually see. Number 3 center in the league. Gotta give him the... Let's give him the 7. Screw it. 7 year, 90. Not actually that bad, all things considered. The tight end, Schmidt. What's his ranking? Number 9 tight end in the league. 7 year deal worth only 64. I'll take that every day of the week. Vita Vea, if he's still around, maybe. Marquise Brown's already regressed. We'll just get a new wide receiver for the first time in some time, actually. We haven't touched a wide receiver group in years. It's been a while, which is really impressive. Normally, we're constantly filtering new guys in and out, so actual W for once. All right, with this game, no matter what, we take the division, and unfortunately, we lose the last 2 games, which probably would have been good enough Oh my, did you see those yards for our quarterback, by the way? Would have probably been good enough to take the number 1 seed. Of course, 2 pretty solid teams, but that does suck. I would have taken the number 1 seed. Very much so. I would have been all about it, obviously. Tony Smith, that's an X factor. 6,000. That is the most yards I've seen, I think, so far. 44 touchdowns with 12 interceptions. Taylor was good. Chamberlain was insane. Schmidt was insane. Could go to X factor. Irons was kind of rough. Marquise Brown was kind of rough. And then Jonathan Taylor, almost 1,800 yards. My dude. Blocking, something I feel like we haven't really looked at lately. Absolutely insane. Tackles, 3 of them in the 100s. Sack totals, I mean, better than last year, but it's still really bad, all things considered. Kicking was iffy. Punting is always good. Kick return is iffy as always. Nothing special. Did we finally win MVP, though? That's the real question. Did we finally do it? We did! Tony Smith, the MVP of the league. Pearman, nowhere to be found. My favorite. Well, Pearman is right there, actually. Pearman at number 4. Any awards won at all? We got MVP, but not best quarterback. These damn Panthers, dude. I'm telling you. Best wide receiver. I mean, I don't want to, like, put that much pressure on us, but this has got to be the year, dude. Like, what overall are we? 91 overall with a 96-0. Come on, please. And Washington was the number 1 seed. If we would have just even beat Washington, we didn't even need to beat the Chiefs. If we would have just beat Washington, we would have had a bye week, and instead we have to play the Packers. Way to go, team. Love it. 91 overall to their 87. Come on, San Fran. We've had the number of the Packers for a while. It's this NFC West. We're always going to win. Do it, please. Right, going to the end of the game. I don't know who had the ball first, but, yikes. It was not good. Green Bay scores the first points. We get 3. We're down 11 already. We are just awful in the postseason. What is this game, bro? Best offense in the league, my ass. I don't get it. I do not get this game. The sim of this game is just dog. I'm just going to do it again. Even if we lose the same exact way, I don't care. I'm just going to accept it. I'm just going to accept that this is the game sim, whatever. Going to the end of the game, we already put up more points in that first drive than all of last game's like first 3 quarters. The sim of this game makes 0 sense. It doesn't make sense. 23-13, 30-13. How do you go from 38 to like 3 to losing 37? I know they're making a comeback here, which is hilarious, but to this, it doesn't make any sense, dude. It doesn't. Oh, any given Sunday. That's just like the biggest excuse ever. It really is. I don't. Whatever. I said it before the game. I was willing to accept it. Guys, I'll show you. I even didn't restart or anything like that. Other than the one restart we did have. Of course, Bass misses. I don't know, dude. I'm just gonna have to play more seasons than we have to every year, I guess, because the sim is just awful. Like, I'm not saying I want a guaranteed Super Bowl win here, but like, we're the best team in the league. I'm just saying. Obviously, we had the first play restarted, second play. That's the result. Whatever happens from here on out, it is what it is. We're just going to accept defeat, I suppose, as we face the Seattle Seahawks, who we actually do lose in sim to quite a bit, but I mean, they're not that great of a team anymore. Surely we're better. 91 of their 85. They do have Tyreek Hill, I suppose, but come on, dude. Like, for us to lose this game, it shouldn't be us not scoring. It should be them scoring too much because they have Tyreek Hill. That's the problem. It should be like a 34 to like 41 them winning type game. But instead, it's going to be, once again, our team can't score, even though we have by far the best offense in the league. Turning around a little bit. Do we have enough in us? I mean, it's looking all right, actually. Seattle's kind of choking here. And offense choked even worse than Seattle's. Come on, offense. Running the ball maybe a little bit too much here. Up by 4. Seattle, of course, finally wakes up because we take the lead. And I'm coming in. I've put way too much time into this to just see us lose because this offense, which is unstoppably good, can't get anything going. Even though I'm probably going to cost us. And what a catch. Is that Marquise Brown putting the catch in like that? Insane. This is why we lose. This is why we lose. This is the suggestions. All run plays. Throw the ball. You're not in the win zone yet, buddy. Schmidt. Look at that little flick. That was filth. To the 35-yard line, I will say we really didn't gain that much more yards than we would have on a run, probably. And they're covering pretty well. Schmidt! They're not covering pretty well at all. I lied. Maybe they think this is us trying to line it up a little bit better for our kicker, which maybe isn't the worst case in the world. Going to Sinclair, the tight end underneath, to the 4. I think you got... What are they suggesting? I mean, I get it, right? But we have the MVP of the league. Like, you make the call. You make the call. I would like to have a running back in the backfield just to maybe throw him off. Webster, the backup. Back in the end zone. Touchdown. Win. I don't care. What a play. You don't field goal with 5 seconds left, right? You don't want to be that team, but also you got to get gutsy, right? You don't want to be the team to throw away a game because you just didn't want to go to overtime, but mathematically, I think it actually makes more sense to attempt that anyways. So why not? You know, pretty interesting numbers. Nothing really special. I'll show you guys. You didn't like restart or anything like that. Absolutely insane, by the way. Seattle had like, what, 27 in the first half or something like that? It was very close. It must have had at least 20 or something in the first. Look at the playoff schedule. I mean, just saying. Just saying. Absolutely nuts, though. What a comeback. Got to be Washington. Carolina. Oh, my God. So we're 91. We have 8 better on their offense, and we're even better on defense by 2. And believe it or not, Jacksonville is representing in the AFC for the Super Bowl. Let's see what happens here. Carolina versus San Fran. Interesting start, 7-10. Defense is kind of doing its part. Offense needs to do its part more, though. Maybe not, but both sides just suck. Right before half, we get the field goal, which is massive. Down by 4, down by 11, down by 4. Don't know what happened there. Up by 4. Carolina's not going away. 6 minutes left in this game. I just don't understand. I'm willing to risk it, baby. Vertical Y cross isn't quite the cheese play, but it's still probably pretty decent. The tight end holds on. He's a god. Dependable as can be. Not bad, not bad. I didn't realize we had number 11 Smith, technically, so that's something. Do we really deserve a Super Bowl now after letting that happen all these years? 2 minutes left. Carolina, 3rd and 15. 1st and 10. Are they going to do it? Please don't. I would appreciate if you didn't. And we win. Headed to the Super Bowl. What's that sound? I thought there was like a tornado or something. The hell is that? Quintana. Man, Quintana's a cool-ass name, though. I got to give it to him. Sam Darnold. Just how and why? I don't know. I just do not know. If we lose this Super Bowl, I know we technically cheated against the first team we played, which was super fair. I don't care what anyone says. We did not deserve to lose that game the way we did. I mean, if we lose this, that would just be awfully funny. And here you go. Once again, 1 game played. Let's see it, Jacksonville. Allow me to just end it. Just allow me to end it. What overall are the Jaguars anyways? Anyone want to know? 91 overall for us. They are an 87, so they are a very solid team. Doesn't really surprise me. Win MVP with one of your players. Okay, nice. Thank you. Let's take a look if we had any dev-ups, and I suppose look at the media day. Dev up. X Factor for Smith. Schmidt with the X Factor as well. This is the best offense in football, baby. It's the best offense in football. And I suppose... Oh! Wait, when did he must have had like a massive upgrade. How is he 92 throw power? 2 throw power and a speed. What does it show what the upgrade was? That is hands down the best quarterback upgrade I've ever seen. But yeah, there's not much to it other than to face off against the Jacksonville Jaguars to potentially cap off the perfect 0 overall rebuild. Wouldn't really say perfect, but I really like the players we drafted. A lot of them are actually like really cool cornerstone pieces, like Quintana. What a sick name. Tony Smith, can't forget him ever. Like, he's just so good. I mean, the guy is insane. That upgrade is legendary. Actually legendary, and once again, we always throw it. We always throw right out the gate just to make it harder on ourselves. It's just like we're doing that for a challenge. And right before half, we get a touchdown. Huge, huge gains. Up by 3, I'll take any sort of lead. Down 4, up 3. Defense clutching up. Oh, here it is. We've done it. We've done it. 49-21. The 0 overall rebuild is complete. The impossible rebuild is done. And I don't have to look at it anymore. Oh, my. It wasn't that bad, in fairness, but I mean, I was starting to lose hope a little bit. I suppose the last 2 seasons actually were pretty good, kind of when they deserved to be. The team is stoked, as they should be. They are an absolutely legendary squad. Orlando Brown, good job coming here, buddy. I know you're getting paid crazy money, so it wasn't a very hard decision for you, but absolutely nutso. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. DeMarco, the backup 6'8" tackle. Oh, my. Glad he's up there. Oh, my. Tony Smith, the god. What about, like, just one of the most common names you could ever ask for, right? Super generic. I didn't ask for it, but an absolute god. Beautiful stuff. Pierman, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. You were built almost the exact same way as Tony, yet somehow you just weren't as good. You just simply weren't. Jonathan Taylor with a 60-yard run, 91 after contact. What a god. You could have even made him, a case for him to be MVP. Obviously, Tony Smith was near perfect, but Jonathan Taylor with some really big plays there. Sack totals, not bad. Pick totals, nice. Kicking was solid. I mean, it was literally the perfect game. You could not have asked for a better Super Bowl from us. You just couldn't. 49 points on top of it. Really poured it on there in that last chunk of change in the fourth, which is insane. I mean, how many points did we score in the fourth? I would love to know. I actually will take a look. And an achievement, win the Super Bowl in an online league. Well, it's not really though. 432 in the fourth. Holy crap. That's nuts. That's got to be an NFL record. There's no way. That's an NFL record for any one quarter, I'd imagine. That's an NFL record for the fourth quarter easily. I mean, that's nuts. That's actually insane. And once again, even though you guys probably don't care, I will show you again. We did not force any. We just restarted that first game because it was dumb. So dumb. And I don't regret a thing because this magical run would have never existed, and it deserves to exist. Let me know what you guys thought. If you guys enjoyed this one, then maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. It really means a ton. It doesn't cost you anything technically, but it costs my heart. I don't know what that means. Payment? I don't know. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays. Twitch.tv/Jeromepkr for streams, which I've been selling on lately. But I will be honest, I don't really know what to do on stream because, like, do I just do solos? Like what do I do? I don't really want to do. I kind of want to keep franchise offline. I know I probably will cave and start doing Raiders online or on stream, but I really do like doing franchise offline because if something really stupid happens, I can just change it. Whereas if it's live, I can't change it. Like if it's something stupid happens in favor for us, it's stuck that way, kind of, right? If I'm streaming it, so I don't know, dude. But yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see if maybe something tonight or I don't know. Community tab will always let you know. If you have any rebuild ideas, rebuild challenge ideas, you want to see what, give me a suggestion for what team you want to see next. Let me know in the comment section below. And that was pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya.